Hello, students. How is everybody today? I hope you're doing well. And I know it's only Monday, but hope you're doing well and that you have a great week ahead of you. Um, this week, we are beginning the last unit of our semester. We're beginning our research unit, and I wanted to go over with you the assignment, the research project annotated bibliography assignment, and kind of go over it with you because it can be daunting. Um, and I know this is my 4W15 class, but this goes the same for my other online class. Okay, so let's just get into this. We're going to content, and we are in week 12. So when you go to our week 12 module, you are going to see, oh my goodness, what's all this? Look at all these links and submodules, and oh my gosh, it can be overwhelming. And so that's why I'm creating this video to help you, to go over it with you so you can see that it isn't as bad as it looks. Okay, so here in this first module, so I made a bunch of submodules to kind of make this a little more organized, I guess. So this first submodule is our annotated, the official assignment, and a list of readings that we had this semester. So let's go ahead and jump into the assignment. All right, so this is what it is. This is going to be your annotated bibliography research project, and it is worth 150 points. So that's a lot. Okay, I've got the due date right here, right front and center, so you all will know that this is due Monday, May 6th. So that is the first day of finals week. It's due by 11:59 Monday, May 6th. Because I'm giving this assignment to you a month in advance, I'm not going to accept any late assignments. I'm strongly urge you not to wait until the last minute to begin this project. You will be in big trouble if you do. Trust me, I've had a lot of students tell me that they wished that they hadn't waited. And so you do not want to wait until the night before to do this project. And like I said, you have so much time to get this done. Again, you've got about 4 weeks. So just not going to accept late papers. All right. Let's go ahead and talk about the actual assignment and what you need to do. You are going to choose a focus for your research from the short stories, poems, or nonfiction essays that we've read this semester. You need to only choose one text to work with, okay? Just one. Then you will select and read 3 sources, and you're going to compile it all into an annotated bibliography. And you also need to create an introduction that explains your findings. So all in all, this is what your final project is going to look like, okay? This is the annotated bibliography. Well, this is actually the annotated bibliography. This first page is the introduction, and then here's the annotated bibliography. So we'll go over this in just a second. I think this just ended up being 3 or 4 pages. So that's, it's not much, all right? It's a research project. Okay. So what I've done here with the assignment sheet is, so on number 1, I have choose a focus. Okay, so I've kind of broken it down a little bit right here and talked more about the focus. You need to explore the units and readings we've discussed over the course of the semester. Consider texts that pique your interest. Choose one that stood out to you. Brainstorm a topic within the text. Ask questions to help guide your research. We'll go over that more in just a little bit. Then you need to visit the library or the library databases to locate 3 scholarly sources. Your sources must be scholarly. I don't want to see anything from eNotes. I don't want to see anything from Wikipedia, nothing like that, okay? This needs to be scholarly in nature. So you will locate 3 scholarly sources that will help support your thesis and your claims that you're making about the text. Then you're going to compile your research and create an annotated bibliography. So again, this is number 3. And again, it just coincides with this right here. Compile your sources into an annotated bibliography. I've got all kinds of links and helpful aids for you that I'll show you in just a minute. I'm trying to get through this pretty quick, so just bear with me. And then number 4, you're going to create an introduction that explains your findings. And while this is called an introduction and presented as the introduction, you will need to complete it last after conducting and compiling your research. So this first page right here, these 2 paragraphs, this is the introduction to the annotated bibliography. Okay. I promise you it isn't that bad as it looks. Okay. So then this goes into a little bit more detail about the introduction, the structure of the introduction to the annotated bibliography. It's only going to be 2 paragraphs. The first paragraph, which is this paragraph right here, this introduces your focus text, whatever short story, poem, nonfiction essay that you've chosen to work with. That's your focus text. And you're just going to write a brief plot summary of the work that you've chosen. And then the last sentence of paragraph 1 will end with the thesis in which you present the focus of this research project. So for example, in this student's first paragraph, we read a story. Every so often I'll assign this short story called A Worn Path by Eudora Welty. And some students like it, some don't. This student kind of clicked with him. He liked it, so he decided to use it for his project. And so this first paragraph, this is just a brief summary of the short story. And then he transitions into his thesis. And he says, although the journey Phoenix takes in the short story is physical, biblical references and symbolism suggest that Phoenix Jackson is also on a spiritual journey. So this is the thesis. So if he were going to write a research paper, a literary analysis research paper, this would be his thesis. And that's exactly what you're going to do. You need to brainstorm a thesis, but you're not writing a literary research paper. You're simply combining it all into an annotated bibliography. Trust me, this is so much easier. But anyway, that's paragraph 1. And then paragraph 2 is reflecting on the project. Discuss any difficulties you encountered, explain how you've chosen the articles, reveal what you've learned from this project. So that is this paragraph. And I've got a little commentary out here. This entire paragraph is the student's reflection on the annotated bibliography project. So that's that. That's the introduction. That's it. Those 2 paragraphs. But the reason you have to write it last is because mainly of this paragraph, because you're reflecting on the project and what you did and how you found your articles and things like that. So that's why you should make this, compile it last. Okay, again, I've got the due date right here, Monday, May 6th. So this is what your final project needs to contain and what you need to submit to the Dropbox. You'll have the introduction, again, these 2 paragraphs. You will then have the annotated bibliography. You need to begin it on a new page following the introduction. So this student began his introduction, his annotated bibliography right here on page 2. You've got to have the 3 citations in MLA format followed by the annotations. So these are his citations. There's one, here's the second one, and here's the third one. And these are all in MLA format. They're in alphabetical order by author's last name. So we have Fleischauer, Isaac, and lastly Saunders. So you do need to have these in alphabetical order. It must be MLA. I don't want APA. I want MLA. This is an English class. Obviously. Haha. Okay. So again, on the annotated bibliography, you'll have your title page. You do need to title it. Let me scroll back up. You do need to title it annotated bibliography. Please spell it correctly. This again, the citations need to be in alphabetical order. You need to have hanging indentions. I mean, everything needs to be perfect MLA, okay? I'm just going to leave it at that. And we will be going over that in the coming weeks, all right, about MLA. So I'm not just going to throw you to the wolves. Don't worry, we'll have more about that. So what you are not doing, you are not writing a simple bibliography. You're not just going to give me a list of resources. That's not what you're doing here. You are also not writing an essay. Like I said, while you will create a thesis and conduct research that would support your thesis and claims, you are not writing an essay. You're just putting it all together in the annotated bibliography. Okay, so that is that's the official assignment. And let's go back to our submodule. And I'm running out of time on my video. This next part, this is just a list of the readings that we've had this semester. So these are the short stories. You can also choose a poem or a poet. And then you could also do some of the, choose a nonfiction essay. So anything that we've read this semester, it does have to be something that we've read. I don't want something out of the blue. It has to be what we've studied in class. All right, so that's what's in this submodule, the official assignment and the list of readings. And then this next submodule, what is an annotated bibliography? Well, I've got a PowerPoint here for you, and I also have some instructions about how to put it together. This is a template, very easy. Show this to you real quick. The steps to writing an annotated bibliography. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're done. Here's what you do. Number 1, you got to cite your source in correct MLA. Step 2, you're going to write a summary of the source. Step 3, you're going to give me author credentials. Step 4, you're going to tell me how it ties in and supports your thesis. That's it. And here it is put together. So this is an example of an annotated bibliography. So that's a very easy template for you to use. What else have we got? Okay, the last thing that I very quickly want to mention, and this is really, really important. Oh, no, sorry, wait, one more thing. These are good and bad examples of annotated bibliographies that I've received in the past. This good example right here is this one. So, but I've also got a really bad one here to show you. But, okay, this part right here, you must watch this video. This video talks about how to brainstorm a topic idea. Very important if you are just scratching your head, going, I don't even know where to begin. I've got all kinds of ideas in this video for you to be able to brainstorm a topic. Okay, that's it. I'm running out of time with my video, so I'm going to go. Please email me if you have any questions. Okay. All right. Get to work. Have a good week, guys.